Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information regarding your Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's hop right into things here as Adam Schefter has came out saying he does not believe the Steelers are going to take a quarterback in the first round. He actually said the only quarterback he believes the Steelers are interested in that's a first round talent would be Shadur Sanders. Does Shadur slide to us? Most likely not. It is draft time. Owners and GMs get a little weird when prospects start acting out a little bit, and Shadur has made it clear there's a couple spots he doesn't really want to be at. So maybe Shadur does start sliding in this draft just because of that. I'm not really thinking he makes it past number 6 in the or the Las Vegas Raiders. My bad. I thought we were living 10 years ago once again. But the Raiders with Tom Brady as a part of the ownership, I think he'll tell the GMs that Shadur's the guy because him and Shadur kind of have a connection already through prime time. But the Steelers don't have the assets or they don't have the assets they're willing to give away to move up to a top 5 pick. So I don't really think Shadur is in our future. Possibly slides past the Raiders, then you start talking the Steelers trade up with using someone like Alex Highsmith, I would believe you have to do. I don't think this is gonna happen, but Schefter put it out there. Schefter did say he's reading between the lines. He doesn't really have any inside knowledge on any of this, so this is all speculation once again. But it would be interesting to see if Shadur makes it to us. I wouldn't be upset with that at all. That fills our quarterback needs. Maybe we don't even have to go out and sign Aaron Rodgers at that point. So that could really help the team out a little bit. But once again, most likely not gonna happen because Shadur is supposed to go to the Giants at 3, most likely. Uh, but moving on, talking about the draft. We had a couple pre-draft visits come to town as of recent. Caleb Johnson, the running back from Iowa, big back, quick feet under him. He has good acceleration. He has that Najee Harris mold when he was coming out of college. I think he fits the whole Najee left very well. This would be a very enticing draft pick for the Steelers. Once again, I'm not rocket rolling with Jalen Warren at running back. We're going to talk about that in a little bit once again. But this would be a great draft pick. The only issue is he's projected to go in the second round. You don't really want to take a second round projected running back in the first. So maybe the Steelers trade back into the second round, pick up a couple more assets for the future, or maybe the Steelers just give up a couple assets to try and get another second round pick that we did trade away to Seattle earlier to get the DK Metcalf trade to go through. But we can only see what happens as we approach the draft. Another one of the prospects that visited us was Matthew Golden out of Texas, the wide receiver who ran a 4.29 40 at the combine, just running at God speed basically at the combine, absolutely moving ridiculously fast. He's a great vertical threat. But do the Steelers need another vertical threat? I don't believe so. He's not really that technically gifted, so I would kind of avoid someone like Golden. He doesn't really fill the needs of a slot receiver. Gotta be I think he should be able to run some sharp routes at slot, and it just doesn't seem like Golden is the guy to do that. The tight end Gavin Bartholomew also visited. Once again, the position the Steelers don't really need much of, as we got Pat Fryermuth and Darnell Washington. This guy, Bartholomew, is a good all-around tight end. He has solid hands, can block a little bit, but he doesn't really do anything that special. Once again, he's not a major team need. I don't think the Steelers are going to go tight end in this draft, so I think this is just a visit just to get eyes on a guy. The last guy, Azari Thomas. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but he's a cornerback from Florida State. He has good size and solid in press coverage. That could be useful for a Steelers team that likes to run a lot of man coverage. I'm always down to draft another cornerback. You always need depth at that position, as injuries do seem to add up at that position at a ridiculous rate. So I'm always interested in cornerback prospects. His size could lead to a lot of penalties, though. His playing style is very physical because he doesn't have the speed to really make up ground when he gets beat over the top. So he tries to physically press you at the line. That could lead to a lot of penalties in the NFL just because how quickly refs look for pass interference, it feels like these days. But you never know. It's always interesting to see who comes to town during the pre-draft workouts and their pre-draft visits. So these are four names to keep in mind as draft time approaches. I would mostly keep in mind Caleb Johnson and Azare Thomas because those I do think are the two more likely to get drafted by the Steelers because they do fit the biggest needs of this team, and we will talk about those also. And we're not going to talk about quarterback. We all know we need a quarterback. It's going to be Rodgers, it feels like at this time, but we're not going to address quarterback here because there are other needs with this team on both sides of the ball, I do believe. Running back, once again, I think this is our biggest need outside of the quarterback position. The running back room with Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, I don't think is gonna get the job done. I don't think that's a playoff worthy RB room. So I'm really interested in Caleb Johnson, but if you don't get a running back in the draft, who are two other options? Chubb and Edwards are still on the market. They are two power backs that are proven in this league. I think they would fit in with any team really and be able to give them solid reps. I think those are two solid signings, two solid pieces that you could do if you're the Steelers. The other major need I do believe is in the secondary. Once again, we did sign Darius Slay. He's older. I think getting another vet in that secondary room would be huge for the younger players. Once again, someone to show them the ropes of the league. I think that would be massive. Or you could go in the draft and take another young talent like Thomas, as we talked about earlier, and try to figure it out that way once again. I like that idea. I wouldn't be mad at taking a cornerback in the first round just to add to that secondary. We need to figure out how not to be the 24th worst pass defense in the league this year. But let's wrap things up today with a new partnership that was announced with the Steelers as the Steelers partnered with Borussia Dortmund. Colors, industrial pass, and winning tradition are what bring these two together. Two winning programs on both sides of the Atlantic. I love to see it. This furthers both efforts in both markets. I love seeing the black and gold everywhere. Let's get Steelers fans all over the world. I'm a big fan of this idea. This this partnership will include team activities, team content, and fan engagement initiatives that should be interesting for all us fans to see how football meets football. Let's see how the partnership works out. I think this is only a plus for both sides. But that has been our episode today. Thank you all for listening to Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Dennis, and I will see you tomorrow.